Last month, Christopher Newport University announced an initiative called the New Musicals Lab, bringing together writers, directors, composers, designers, and performers from all over the country to create and workshop musical theater in the safe haven of Hampton Roads. This is the first year of the full-fledged program, but it's been in the works for years, according to artistic producer Colin Rufer.
So we actually started in the summer of 2018, I believe, with a show called Stew for Silverton. A New York producer actually brought their show here to be workshopped and incorporated several of the students in performing positions and in tech positions. And then our second summer, we did a workshop called We Aren't Kids Anymore with the Broadway composer Drew Gasparini. And that was entirely cast out of Christopher Newport musical theater students. This summer, we've kind of come up with a hybrid of both of those models. So we have a core company of actors, of CNU students, and actually a couple of alums who had been out in the industry working. And then we're supplementing with professional New York actors as well.
It's a tremendous opportunity for CNU students to work with these established writing teams and build those connections. Colin called it resume gold. Another key force behind this project comes from outside of Hampton Roads. New Musicals Lab Director in Residence, Ilana Ransom Tuplitz. In addition to this role, she's also writing the lyrics and book for a show called the Clara Schumann Project. Clara Schumann being a prolific classical composer and pianist from the 1800s, also known as the wife of Robert Schumann. She's mostly unknown outside of the classical music community, but she lived a challenging and fascinating life.
I'm really attracted to this story because, one, I think Clara deserves to be known outside of the context of her husband, Robert. Everybody knows about Liszt and Brahms and Schubert and the other Schumann. So we don't need to spend a lot of time on them. We're here to talk about the women and the role they played, because this is one of our taglines in the show is the future is female, but the past was female too.
Ilana's creative partner for the Clara Schumann Project is classically trained composer Shoshana Shattenkirk. They've been incorporating and referencing Clara's original melodies throughout the piece.
I have been struck by a lot of her music and how sort of beautiful and soaring and timeless a lot of these melodic themes are. What I've been really excited about doing is incorporating snippets of Clara's gorgeous melodies with original music and weaving those two together. So in some of the songs, the melodies are sort of like hybrid melodies that are like original music and then also like lifted from some of the pieces that are most inspiring to us. And then there are also like specific references to pieces such as like her concerto. We wanted to actually like have the audience see how she debuted her own concerto at the age of 14, but then also made like orchestral sort of changes to the orchestration. So that's sort of like diegetic in a way, but then in other ways it's not diegetic. It's just including some of like the snippets.
Dramatically speaking, Ilana and Shoshana are telling Clara's intricate story through the framework of a character that they call the young artist.
This is a young woman, about 14 years old, on the precipice of her adulthood, when we all find we're so vulnerable to peer pressure and our surroundings, but we also have such talent within us and we want to conform to be normal, but we should really be, exposing our talent. So what happens when, a young woman who is about to have her compositional debut decides to hide in the broom closet because she's afraid? And Shoshi and I thought, what if this whole show sort of takes place in the broom closet of our minds? The story of Clara becomes a mirror to which she is able to see her own self-worth and ultimate bravery as an artist.
You are now traveling solo.
The Clara Schumann Project by Shoshana Shattenkirk and Ilana Ransom Tuplitz will debut at the Dallas Symphony in an upcoming season. For now, the duo's at work in the New Musicals Lab at the Ferguson Center in Newport News. For WHRO-FM, I'm Rebecca Weinstein.